Hey everybody, it is Wednesday, May 24th, and I am on for the midweek message reveal. How's it going? How's your week been so far? Hope everyone has relaxed a little bit and soaked a little bit into the energy of Gemini season that has just come on board this past weekend with the new moon that we had in uneclipsed in Taurus, as well as Mars, which has moved into Jupiter. So we have some energy that's happening here, some great fire energy that should ignite a little bit of movement, but it's also going to reflect a little bit in our ego. So we're going to be feeling a little bit triggered around some of our inner child stuff, maybe some things around, how you present yourself, or how maybe, you might be seen by other people, as Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, and Mercury is the planet of communication. Pay attention to how your energy is being expended and expressed through the words that you speak, the choice of words that you decide, and also how you're being interpreted by other people. Because with Gemini energy is very dualistic, very much of both sides, allows us to tap into the inner wisdom, allows us to use a lot of our intuition in order to get to the bigger and wider concepts that are outside of topics that we bring up. So that energy is going to be with us. There's a little bit of playfulness that's going to happen with Mars and Leo, but Mars being, the war planet, there's going to be a little bit of aggression when it comes to things that have to do with the ego itself. So paying attention to the light and shadow and how those things come up, paying attention to where it is that, you might feel a little frustration, and giving you an opportunity to kind of lean into that a little bit, and stay in the upper fiery sort of airy vibes that we have going on right now. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards this week. If you chose one, your card is self-worth, which is a 27. Really focusing deeply on the crystal image that's in the center of the third eye. So what's going on here with you, one, is that there's going to be a little bit of pinging and twinging around the solar plexus area, and your feelings around what it is that you can provide, what it is that you can create, and what it is that you present in a sense to other people that you're working with. So the eyes definitely have it moving into a space of where it is you can speak your truth from the throat chakra as well. So expansion happening here in the third eye, and also a desire to really talk about the things that are challenging and things that maybe you haven't really delved into. So the advice here would be to take a look a little bit more through some introspective work. Where can you tap in a little bit, maybe do some automatic writing? Automatic writing is when you sit down, you get into a meditative state, you just need to get yourself breathing, and you just allow yourself to write whatever comes through without any judgment. And it can be, repeating words, it can be scribbles, but through exercises like this, you're able to kind of take the energy of communication that's coming from Mercury, and work with it and connect a little bit more to your inner knowing. So you're able to kind of intuit, utilizing Gemini energy, what it is that your inner self is trying to clue you into. Because whenever we are triggered, or wherever we feel a little bit of doubt or wavering, that's part of us that is wanting to be acknowledged, and that's feelings that need to be expressed in order for us to integrate and move to a deeper level of awareness. So one, where is it that you can kind of pay a little more attention to the self, where you can rely a little bit more on some daily practice that's going to be feeding you a little bit, because there is a lack there. I am feeling some pressure in the center of my back, almost like a wanting to be pushed forward. The energy of this week and the exercise here, whether it's automatic writing, maybe it's journaling, you could even, if you feel like talking it out with a friend, if you feel it's not something that's too personal, would be a great exercise in kind of moving the energy forward and getting some things off your chest, literally. And this vibe is kind of pushing through. All right, so moving on to 2. If your card is 2, your card is believe. Okay, group 2. Now, 4s have to do with guardian angels. Just let me jump back here for one real fast. Forgot to talk about the number. 27 is a 9. So the situation happening here, 1, 9s have to do with finishing up something before you can move on to the next stage. And that push forward is going to be the thing, the feeling in the back. It's going to be what's going to move you forward on the trajectory to complete a ring of something that you've been going through in order for you to get to the next path, the next timeline, the next trajectory forward, so you can accomplish the goals that you've been putting forth. Okay. All right, back to 2. Thank you for that little digression there. So group 2, your card is believe. 4s have to do with divine guidance from our guardian angels and our spirit teams. What I'm seeing here is this beautiful, I'm seeing like a bird, almost like an eagle here that's in the center of the card. And as you can tell that there's all different colors of the chakra system here. So we're moving into the root with the red, yellow with the solar plexus, the heart chakra here in green, blue with the throat, indigo and crown being the third eye and the third eye in the crown chakra, and also some real sort of oranginess happening here with the sacral. So this is an all-encompassing energy about you believing what it is that you can put out there. Group 2. If you don't stand by what it is that you are feeling, you're going to feel a sense of lack or a void space, almost feeling kind of distant or detached. If that's energy that you've been feeling lately, some of it has to do with turning back onto yourself and feeling a sense of self-reliance. Where is it that you need to put a little bit more energy forward to believe what it is that you are actually standing for? And now I'm seeing the image here as I actually see a body with a face, this being the chest, the hip, the leg. So this is an expansion that's also happening here through the spine. There may be some tension or some frustration, sort of like a dull energy in the back, moving up into the back of the neck. Actually feeling that a little bit more on the left side. So where is it that you can receive a bit more here, group 2? There's a lot that you have been processing of late, dealing with a lot of like old emotions that have come up. And those old emotions are things that are kind of being purged out of you, so you're able to encompass another level, a deepening of the experiences that you're wanting to have. This is in relationship. This is within a close partnership. This is within a circle of people that you are around regularly. Allow them to come through and give you that helping hand, because I feel that there is some assistance that's wanting to be given, but you're might be acting as if you don't need help. And remember, being in a state of vulnerability and needing assistance is, in a lot of ways, the strongest thing you can do for yourself, is allow yourself to receive and allow yourself to be helped. Because allowing yourself to know that not all the time are you the number one that you can be for yourself if your cup isn't full. If you haven't been able to toe the line or do the self-care that's needed, or even get yourself proper rest. I feel like rest has been something that's been fleeting here with group 2. If that is the case, this is where you're going to want to relinquish some of the control. Believe in your ability to have discernment about what is right for you, and know that those who are stepping up and offering assistance are doing it for your highest good, not necessarily to try and make you look like you can't do it on your own. It's kind of a limiting belief that seems to be kind of rolling around with people here in 2, okay? And this is coming from your spirit team with the 4. So the help, the signs, the nudge forward is all divinely guided. All right, so I'm gonna move on to 3. If you chose 3, your card is surrender. 31, which is another 4. So spirit team coming through here for you, group 3, and asking you to stand in a space of vulnerability. Water being the emotional landscape, the subconscious. So you can see that her hands are submerged, not just her lower half, but her hands as well. So if you take this from a place of not being able to do anything into being in a true state of surrender, she's allowing herself to be fully submerged, especially in a sense of the limbs, like she's not able to move forward. She's not utilizing her hands in order to grasp or take or do. This is a complete submissive sort of vibe that is saying, not only do I surrender and understand that I can't possibly control things at all times, But through surrendering, I'm actually allowing myself a state of trust within myself, within my spirit team, within the universe, within those around me, trusting in the process, whatever it is that you want to call it, source, you know, choose your deity. At the end of the day, we are always singular yet connected. While it looks like she's all alone, in a sense she is, but she is one of all things, just like you are. You are connected on a level that you can't necessarily tap into with your mind. Like, you can't human this. This is something that has to go deep into the root of the soul, right? Head held back, face illuminated by the cosmos, knowing fully that you are held and you are protected. Let go of control, 3. This is not where you're not going to win anything by holding on longest. This is not like Survivor, where they have to like stand on the post and like, don't take your foot off and don't take your hand off the top. If you do, then like, you know, you don't get to eat, you know, some delicious weird meal that they create for you. There's no prize. You are the prize. You can relax and just surrender and know that the universe has you. You can relax and sit back and know that what is coming for you will be on its way. It's already there. It's already done. You don't need to effort on this one. You just need to let go. And the sooner you let go, the closer the gap is between you receiving what you want and it coming. And then again, once you receive what it is that you want, yeah, you're going to go into another spiral of trying to figure out what it is you want again, because it's never ending. But just know that change is always the thing that will come. Surrender is the quickest path to allowing yourself to experience things in a way that isn't so resistant, and getting the most out of the energy that you do have, because you've been expending a lot. Don't stress. The universe has your back, okay? All right. So that's what's going on for 3. Okay, so those are the messages this week. Would love to hear your feedback, so please drop that below. If you're interested in working with me, I would love to work with you. So send me a DM, check my link, send me an email, hit me up, and I will be in contact with you ASAP. I just wish everyone a really good week. I know that there's a lot of movement and there's a lot of moving parts. Now we're moving into different, you know, temperatures and you know, that plays a factor. And also there's a lot of endings and beginnings that are happening this time of year with graduations and, you know, schools endings and things are starting and people are switching jobs and life is just kicking along. So give yourself a break. Take a moment to really kind of sit and be aware of what's going on around you and take it in, because you don't get a lot of opportunity to do that unless you make it for yourself. And I hope that you give yourself that peace at least once a day. Okay? All right. I'll check y'all later. Peace.